faces, feel it sinking in. Lonely faces, say you need a friend. No matter the distance, I will always be there. No more inhibitions, I'll show you I care. You've been lost and alone in the city lights, I know. Getting hot, feeling low, and it's out of your control. You should know that I won't leave you. I'll stay beside you. I'm never letting you go. You've been lost and alone in the city lights, I know. But I will guide you home.
Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, or if you are new here, welcome. We have a whole mix of things to get into today. I have a grocery haul for you guys. I have some work outside that I need to get to, and then also some laundry. So let's jump right into it and knock some things out. I wanted to start off by showing something that I recently just bought. I bought this for my husband. This is not sponsored, but I bought this for my husband's birthday recently, and I was kind of excited to share it with you. So a couple of things. This is a pool robot vacuum, and I did quite a bit of research when I was looking at these online. I ended up picking one that does the bottom of the pool and the sides of the pool. This is the one I ended up going with. Now there is a million out there. There's really so many to choose from, and they're available in a variety of different budgets. I think this was probably on the lower price range for a lot of them. It wasn't definitely the lowest, but I would say it's like low to mid price range. And for as many features as it has, I think it really does a great job and it's well worth the money. So I highly suggest this if you have like a traditional flat bottom pool. The only thing I say against that, so I don't know if it's actually going to work very well for my pool. My pool is the shape of a guitar pick, and it gradually gets deeper as you go in. There is also a ledge all the way around the pool. So I think with all those factors, it's really hard, and I don't know if really any robot pool vacuum will end up working for us. But as you can see, it did a really great job. It did go up the walls. You could totally tell where it had done because it does get it very clean. It did a very great job. So if you have a traditional pool where it's just flat bottom pool, I would highly recommend this one. Regardless, I thought this was a really cool find and wanted to share. Just really quickly, I was going to show you. I put this area into... Well, I put a couple areas actually into ChatGPT to kind of see some different decorating areas that it came up with, which really it was not too different. But I feel like I never know what to do with up here because it is so narrow. It's right in front of our kitchen window, and it's like there's not enough room for other things, and we've moved it around over the years and I still have no idea. ChatGPT really did not do much different except like they added a rug down here and like some twinkle lights and a lot more plants and like lanterns. So I might incorporate some of that stuff, but I think for right now I'm actually going to move a couple of things. So I had some snap peas up here. However, and they were doing phenomenal. However, I did not notice that they were infested with, I don't know, this little tiny green bug. I ended up looking it up, and apparently they are just drawn to sugar snap peas plants because I planted these all throughout my yard, and all of them at some point or another ended up getting infested. But I didn't know at first that it was infested because they were so hard to see. They're like literally the same color as these leaves. I've since treated all of them, but this plant in particular, I think I just got too late, along with another one that's by our pool. The one in the garden I might have saved in time, but I'm not quite sure. So this one, we've actually gotten a few harvests off of this one already. So I have some Greek oregano in here that's doing really well, but everything else is really not doing that great. So I think I'm going to pull this out and maybe just do some type of shade flower or some type of plant. I don't know. And then I have this, and it looks really, really bad right now. So my Monstera, I moved it outside and it did not do too well, but now it's started doing better. So the leaves that are here, they look super rough. I actually separated it, the other one's over here. But it started doing better. It's now growing new leaves. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it to the back in a more shade. I don't know. I mean, it's really not shaded, but I think it will have enough shade but heat for this. So anyway, I think I'm going to move that today. I might have my son help me because it's kind of heavy. So I also need to add soil and just all kinds of things to it. It is, like I said, looking extremely rough, but I'm hoping by the end of the summer it will be doing a lot better. So anyway, let's cross our fingers with that. The other one also was actually looking worse than this, but it has 2 or 3 new leaves. So I think I'm going to put them together since this pot is fairly large and then move them to the back. Other than that, we have this, which I don't think, this is the second time we're trying, and it is not doing anything. Actually, it is, but really weirdly, I don't even know if you can see. Inside the hole is where it's growing. Nothing outside. This is one of those chia pets that my daughter has been trying to grow a couple of times. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I don't think you can see, but inside the hole is where the chia seeds are growing. None on the outside. So I think we are going to give up with that, end up cleaning it off. But yeah, I'm going to, here's the other Monstera plant. I think I'll take that, kind of clean it up, because I actually put it outside and then I just left it alone. I did not want to bother it and make it worse. And now that it's officially starting to do better, I'm going to replant them together. I'll clean up the pots and put those in the back where I think it might do a little better than up here. I'm going to bring in this laundry and then switch it. This is Lincoln's bedding, so I'll bring that in and do his bed, and then I got to bring Theo's out and let it dry. So anyway, let's get moving. I really should get a clothesline to put out in the yard somewhere. I absolutely love when we have laundry to put outside to dry. Something about the sunshine and the breeze drying everything outside, it just makes everything feel so much fresher, and it always smells really good too. So whenever we have a nice sunny day, I always make sure that we have sheets and stuff that I can put outside. My daughter went down to get the garbage can and bring it up, and I just thought it was so funny that the cat followed her down there to go get it. Anyway, I'm going to get this laundry switched over, and then we're going to run to the grocery store, and I will share with you our grocery haul. I just got groceries, so I am going to share just a quick grocery haul with you guys. We also did go to the library. We got a bunch of books. The boys are doing the library program, like the summer reading program through the library. So they got a bunch of books. Theo has to read 50 books for summer, and then Lincoln, I think it was 20 hours. I can't quite remember, but anyway, so they got a bunch of books, a bunch of chapter books and stuff like that to keep them busy for the next few weeks. And then we also, I thought this was a really cute idea. So our library is also doing a 30-day Lego STEM challenge. And so like they have these little things to create with Legos, and then they can just check them off. And then I believe you bring this back for like a prize, but it has like make a balloon powered car. So something like this. And then they also do have like Lego kits at the library, so if we're there they can build these. So we just picked up that, and then we picked up the stuff for the reading program, but we got that. Well, I'll show you these. So Walmart, I don't know if this is a new brand that they're carrying, but it's the Free Assembly brand, and it is really, really soft. I love this. I think it's called Butter Yellow. It's like my favorite color. As you can tell, I even did my nails this color, and I think this is like a really popular color this year. I saw a lot of people, a lot of this color was actually gone. But this Free Assembly brand, it actually, so they're on sale right now for $6, and it is really good quality. I don't know if you can actually see. This is the second or third one I've actually bought of these because I really, really love the quality. So comfortable. So I ended up going and getting another one. I also got one of the athletic tank tops. So this one's just like a blue. And then my husband, he needed a work shirt, so he just got a Wrangler work shirt. I know these are everywhere, and I decided to try them out. Mostly, well, one, because for the collagen, but they are not a lot of calories. It's just 70 calories, and it is 18 grams of protein. And I'm trying to get more protein in, and I did not realize how difficult that is. Like, I mean, I eat chicken and shrimp almost every single meal, and I'm just looking for other ways to get more protein. So anyway, I've been trying this, and I got the unflavored kind because I just cannot do the flavored ones. I have so much trouble, and this is really versatile. So you can put this in other things like coffee and stuff like that. And so I got the unflavored, so I can pretty much do whatever I want with it, but I've been drinking it in my water. So you can't even tell it's there, which makes me super happy because if you've been here a while, you know I'm super weird about drinks and protein stuff, and pretty much any type of powder I struggle with. So I got that to try, and that is actually that's been a pretty big hit. So my husband and I are both doing this, and so I ended up getting this size one, which I think was like around $20. And then there's about 14 servings in this container. They had like the little packets, but there wasn't as much of a protein per packet. So I opted to do this instead. So there's more protein per serving, and that's, like I said, ultimately what I was trying to go for with these, and this just seemed like a really good option. I wanted to give this one a try because so many people have recommended it. So like I said, I've tried it now too, and it is really, really great. So if you're looking for something like that, if you're anything like me and you can't do any of the flavors, this unflavored one, you have no idea it's even there. So that works. I got just kind of filler groceries, things that we needed for recipes, and just, you know how it is. So I got a 5-pound bag of potatoes just because we're getting low, so we needed some more of those. I got 2 packages of this boneless, skinless chicken breast. I go through about a package a week just myself. So what I do is I cut each one in half to make them thinner, and then I season them and put them on the grill. And then, so I use about 1 package just for myself, and then the other one is pretty much for like recipes that I make for the family. So we got 2 of those. We got a thing of paper towels. We got some ramen, of course. I have kids and they love these. We're also on summer break now, so that makes a easy lunch that my teens usually grab for. So I also got some cooked shrimp. I love I don't usually cook it like on the grill or anything like that. Usually I just like it just like this, right out of the bag. And it's about, I don't know if it says how many, So 3 ounces, about 11 shrimp is a serving, and it really fills me up. So anyway, I like doing the shrimp when I'm not doing the chicken, and I keep that pretty easy and eat it just like that with some of, not tartar sauce, what is it called? Cocktail sauce. So I like that. We got some of these. Is this? Oh yeah, it is tuna. I thought it was like pulled pork. My husband picked these out. My husband gets these mostly for work. So this is just the applewood smoked, ranch flavored. I don't know if I've seen him get that. Or this hickory smoked flavored. This is his favorite one, the hot buffalo style. So he got 2 of those. So there's that. We got ground chicken. I got 2 of them. I actually have quite a bit of meat in the freezer that I did not realize I had. It was under a whole bunch of other frozen things. So we just got this ground chicken. I like this because really so it says 18 grams a serving, and it's very, very cheap for one. Also, it's pretty good for you. So I was running all the numbers the other day to see if I could eat it. So anyway, we got more of that just to have on hand for a quick meal. I also got this, and I'm a little unsure about it. I was looking for ground pork and they didn't have it at our store. So, and I'm making a Swedish meatball. So they have beef and pork in that recipe, and I'm like, well, maybe I can just do this. So I don't know if that's how it works or if it's going to be thrown off at all, but I did buy this specifically for that recipe because the recipe uses ground pork and ground beef. So I'm hoping that that will be kind of similar. So anyway, that's why I got that. Head and shoulders. So we got the Old Spice one. We got a large thing of eggs. That's one thing that with this health journey, I have been eating so many eggs, but now I'm at the point where they're like starting to give me the ick. So I'm going to have to like start incorporating them in other ways. So anyway, I got a whole big thing of that, and I'm hoping I kind of get over that whole ick thing here soon because they have so much protein, and it's just, I think I've just overdone it with the eggs. So we'll see. I might have to switch it up. We got the boys more yogurt. They got this vanilla kind. I still have Greek yogurt, a large thing of it. So I didn't need any. Usually I also get like the big thing of Greek yogurt of this. So the boys eat this for breakfast most mornings. I also got a half and half. And then I saw this on another YouTuber's like a really long time ago, and I didn't realize it was still out. But it's Paris Hilton's International Delight Coffee Creamer, and it says it's sweet and spicy, and I don't know what that means. But I messaged my oldest, my son, and I was like, are you interested in trying this? He loves spicy things. So he's like, yeah, get that. I want to see what it tastes like. So we'll see. I'll let you know how it is. But like I said, I saw that on another YouTube channel, and I'm like, that's interesting. We got a large thing of cheese. Lincoln picked out this Chobani Flip. They're the s'mores kind. He really likes these. We got a pack of that for him. I am trying out these Goodles. Everybody seems to be eating them. They have 14 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber. And I kind of looked through all of them that they had. This was a lower calorie amount and then a higher protein amount, I think. So yeah, it says it's 270 calories, and then down here it says 15 grams of protein, and there is 2.5 servings per box. So I got 2 of those, and I'll probably just make it with like some grilled chicken one night. So we'll see how that is. But like I said, a lot of people have been eating these, and I just have not tried them yet. If you've had these, let me know which flavor is your favorite too, because I wanted, if they're good, I plan on trying the other ones. So let me know if you've tried those. I got some shells, and then we also got small shells. Speaking of that, I saw that Goodles also has pasta So if you have tried that, let me know like how the consistency is and stuff, because I might give that a try. So I'm kind of curious. Anyway, so I got that. Got more cocktail sauce for my shrimp. I got lentils. So my aunt, she was telling me that at her work, they recently just watched this video for training purposes. And in the video, they were trying to figure out, or they were trying to teach families how to stretch food to last longer and feed more, you know, of their family or whatever. So, and they were also trying to do it in a healthy way. And in the video, the lady was putting lentils in the spaghetti sauce with ground beef, I think it was. And they kind of filled it up, and this is super cheap, plus adding a ton of fiber and stuff like that. So anyway, I thought that was really interesting, because one thing that I do to kind of make a meal stretch, specifically like with meat or anything where if it's like a spaghetti sauce or a taco or anything where you have sauce, you can really do this with. But I always did oatmeal, just dried oatmeal. You put it in and literally no one has any idea that it's there, and it makes it stretch. So I've always done that, but when she told me about the lentils, I thought that was a really good idea. And assumed that, you know, it has better nutrients than the oatmeal does. So I did get a thing of this. This was only like $1 something, and for this pack, and you know, if it stretches meals, and I feel like that's something that we're all looking for at this time, because everything is so expensive in the grocery store, and especially for large families, you know, if that's something that helps stretch it a little further, I think that's a really great idea. So I got those specifically for that. I plan on working them into meals this week. We also got some tomato sauce. I got 2 cans of that. And then I got Italian style stewed tomatoes with basil, garlic, and oregano. So I got that. I needed ground pepper, black pepper, so I got that. Also, why is it so expensive at the store? This was the cheapest one, and I think it was like $3 or $4, and I'm like, why is it so expensive? The ground pepper, I mean, if you get the one that you're grinding yourself, it's not as expensive. I just thought that was super weird that the ground pepper is a lot more than the other one. Anyway, we got a thing of honey bunches of oats with almonds. My husband and kids have been eating, we don't usually eat a lot of cereal, but recently they love it as dessert. So that is one thing we've been getting that for. So we got that. If you like protein bars, but they're so super expensive, this is such a good option. We have been eating these, you know, especially if you like a sweet treat, this is such a good option. It has 10 grams of protein per serving. Now we only got the small box because I still have some on hand, but my husband brings these to work, and I love having them, like I said, as a sweet treat. So if you like protein bars, but you're kind of looking to save a little bit, this might be a really good switch. I believe they also had different flavors, but this is also another thing that my kids really love. So instead of just the traditional granola bars, I've been buying these instead, and they love these. So really great. Some mini sweet peppers, because basically that's what I have at every meal. I have a bunch of these sweet peppers, and I should have got hummus. That would have been a really great option to dip these in, but anyway, I love these. They're super good, and I usually just wash them and eat them just like that. So I got 1 bag of green beans, and I have some frozen vegetables on hand. I didn't know how many green beans I had, but also I am starting to get like snap peas and stuff like that from the garden. So I figured I didn't need as much right now, because we'll kind of be able to use some from the garden. Got a head of lettuce. Lincoln, of course, wanted the blue heat Takis. Those are his favorite, so he got those. My husband wanted tortilla chips. I don't see any salsa, which is usually something he buys, so I'm hoping that we have some on hand, because otherwise he'll be kind of disappointed. We got this French bread. Honestly, I buy this every week. Sometimes I buy a couple for the freezer as well. I got these Carb Balance whole wheat tortillas. It says they're keto certified. It says something else. Oh yeah, GLP-1 friendly. I don't really know what that means though. I know what a GLP-1 is, but I don't understand what that means, like friendly. Maybe just because it's like high fiber and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I got these because they were a healthier version, and it's really easy for me to like just put some chicken in this for a lunch and you know, have a really quick, easy lunch that is healthy for me. So I got the Carb Balance one. It says they're high fiber, 60 calories. So it says 18 grams of fiber and 5 grams of protein, and then 60 calories each. Anyway, I got that for me. I haven't been eating bread, and so that's kind of a nice replacement for me for lunches. I got some sugar and flour. I'm planning on baking this. I got these at Walmart. So my kids often won't drink the pop. Or if they do, we heavily regulate it because I don't want them drinking it too often or too much. But we will buy these like flavored waters, and this is one of their favorites. So this is not for one person. This is, how many? So this is 33.8 fluid ounces, so 1 liter. So they will actually just pour these into cups, and it will last them a couple of days for these. But I got them just because, one, they're very cheap, and it kind of gives them another option of just normal water. So got just 2 of those. They like those flavors. Also, if you buy these, did you notice also that they went up in price, like 20 cents each? They used to be 64 cents at my store, and now they are 84 cents. So everything is creeping up, and it's really annoying. But anyway, I got 2 of those. My husband drinks these instead of coffee, so he got 2 boxes of that. And then I think he also is doing the collagen peptides in with that, so really can't taste them. Okay, so the pop. I was saying that my kids, we regulate it. However, I keep seeing on TikTok all these dirty sodas, and I think it's pretty much just mixing these with like cream and fruit and stuff. So I thought my kids would get a kick out of that. I thought it would be kind of similar to, what are those called? Like root beer float, but instead of ice cream, it's still creamy, but I think you just use like cream and stuff. I think that you might actually be able to use creamer. So I don't know, we'll see. But that's why I got these, because I thought it would be kind of fun as like a little summer treat for them this week. So we got just the Dr. Thunder one because it was super cheap, and we're just kind of doing it to mix drinks for summertime. And then also my husband and I, we drink Diet Coke. It's kind of like an afternoon treat. So we got that. I think that's pretty much it. And we also got a water. But yeah, just a quick grocery haul to get us through yet another week. What has the weather been like for you guys around where you guys live? I have been talking to some friends that are from the Chicago area, and I was kind of surprised that none of them are really posting like pool pics and stuff, because apparently it is still kind of cold there. It's like in the 70s and 60s there, and here it has been like in the 90s this week, and we've had a lot of rain, but when it is not raining, the boys are spending every second in that pool. I recently came across a concept on another YouTube channel that I thought was pretty interesting, and I was wanting to start implementing around my house. If you're not familiar with Bobby and Cambria was recently talking about the 1% of stuff around the house. It basically is areas around your house that you put off quite a bit because they're so little. They take up no time to do, but that's kind of why you always put them off. We will always have big projects to work on, but we always put these little things off, and then they kind of build up, and you're kind of like, why can't I just get that done. It's so quick and easy. So that was something that I'm like, oh yeah, I have a million of these little projects. Like I said, I will never be done with big projects, I don't think. I think that's just a part of having a home. But I'm wanting to get to these little projects. So one thing that I have been needing to do here recently, this area over here, as you can tell, it's just like my front porch area. Super weird shaped. There's narrow areas around the pool, and then there's weird corners, and I'm just forever struggling with how to lay things out to where it doesn't feel like, people are going to fall in the pool if they walk around a piece of furniture, and that we have, a table and stuff to eat at night. So it forever, I think I will have to be kind of racking my brain. But one thing I did recently was I put my back porch area also into ChatGPT, and it threw out some interesting ideas that I was wanting to try. So I am going to be cleaning up this back area. This is, again, in a corner. You'll be able to see it a little better in just a minute. But I'm cleaning up that back corner, getting everything kind of put together and in place. This is on the other side, so this is opposite the side I was just working on. Again, one of those really thin areas that I'm going to clean up, and we're going to try to adjust it better for a better layout. So I'm wanting to move the table and chairs and umbrella that is on the other side over to here because I feel like, one, it's slightly bigger of an area, and two, it just makes sense for it to be by the grill and just in this area. So I'm going to move that over here, and then I believe I'm going to get some lounge chairs for the other area that I just kind of opened up. But in that little corner on the other side, I also put the plant. I think that area gets just enough sun, but not too much. And so I don't really have to worry about it getting like sunburned and stuff. But that was my 1% project that I chose to work on today, is just trying to get a better layout and slowly get things put together and organized. Were you in the pool? Were you in the pool? You went? Fun little fact, but our little dog Milo, he absolutely loves the pool. The only thing is he sheds really bad, so he has to be like freshly brushed before we let him get in the pool. But he absolutely loves the pool, and so he will try so hard to get in the pool, and sometimes he sneaks in there. So a lot of times if I'm wandering around back here, I'll let him come with me, but then usually if I'm not paying attention, he'll go and jump in the pool, and then I'm like, Milo, get out, and he kind of pretends he can't hear me. So anyway, he loves the pool, but then the bigger dog, Ted, is terrified of it. I don't think he realizes that dogs can naturally swim. And so if he falls in, my kids actually have to usually pull him out because he is just absolutely terrified. But anyway, that is all we're getting into today. That is all I have for you. I'm just kind of showing you some afters, some of the flowers that I've been growing, and just how the layout in the backyard has kind of turned out. Like I said, I do plan on putting some lounge chairs off to the other side. I feel like that will be really helpful because we do host quite a bit in the summer, and we host for 4th of July. So I think it will be nice to have the extra seating when we're hosting, but also that will be good for that area over there that basically has nothing now. But anyway, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.